far as the GC 2000 process away from being marketable, would you say if so, the letter intends to sign in 60 days, and how far away would you see that?
The question is how far till this product actually hits the market. I think John maybe could talk about that a little bit better than what I can. But from as far as the product and how it works, the product is ready to go now. It's a matter of how soon you guys could build an actual prototype to get it up, and the equipment to actually do it. The process works. The product works. Do you have? I mean, what do you think?
Again, we've kind of gone back and forth with, timing and so forth. Of course, we'd like to get it to market as quickly as possible. Just looking at it realistically with equipment purchases and different things that have to take place in the engineering aspect of it, I would say that it could be as early as 9 months or or less, or whatever the case is, depending upon how aggressively. But again, since the process works, it's just a matter of then finalizing the engineering based on what client and how many tons that client is producing for that specific location. So some of these things, until we determine prototype versus actual full operational facility, is going to tell us how quickly that can be. Is it 100 ton, 400 ton, 1,000 ton? What are we dealing with? And then that will kind of make up that first length of time. So,
but if you were just taking just the equipment to make it, we're talking like that equipment could be up and put together in 3 to 4 or 5 months on a small scale for sure, and rolled out into a much larger scale.
And again, after you start going through the first couple systems and tweaking and so forth from that point, then of course our goal is, and what we're looking at with John, is how do you make this into a very streamlined process where you can get them up 6 months or less, or 4 months or less, even on the larger type of facilities.
Yeah, okay. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Sorry, Crazy John, but I had to answer
that. Anything else?
EESO, Vescor, is I-beam a product or a company?
I-beam is a company. Yeah, okay. I-beam is the design build company that will build the equipment side of it. Well, GS2000 is our product that goes through the system. It's basically like this right here. If you have if you're putting scrap in here, you have a solid product, and then you have product like liquid. So the GC2000 is the liquid that we put into the process. I-beam builds this, and then puts our product through it to get the process completed.
And Vescor is?
Go ahead.
Let me kind of explain how we got to where we're at right today. There's been some discussions with companies that would like to use the GC2000 process.
Okay.
All right. Jared and MZ Environmental Solutions has the product and the process. I-beam is a contractor who will take that theory of process, turn that into actual design, and build the actual physical machine
things that are needed.
Okay, the discussions with the potential buyer of this, in fact that was last week, we have too many people doing too many things. We need a company or a corporate entity to own the entire process.
To bring it all together and market it cohesively.
So that's how Vescor came into being. It was at a request of a corporate entity who is willing to buy into, purchase, lease, rent, do something with the process. So we needed a corporate entity to be able to pull it all together. Jared's in, I-beam, my in, Rick's in, so we have one corporate entity that will absorb, take the dollars, and be able to produce a product.
Gotcha.
So that's how we got to Vescor.
Okay, thank you. That's exactly. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, perfect.
I wasn't sure how it all fits.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good question, though.
I'm going to take a nap.
I'm going to put that in a flow chart.
But in our conversation with potential investors or buyers, it becomes kind of of this gigantic elephant in the room. Well, who owns what? And you go, well, Jared owns this, I own that, Tim owns this, and Rick is, nah. So we have scaled it all down into one corporate entity that is more or less the holding company for all of the information, process, and designs. So it's just an easier way of presenting the corporate.
And just for understanding too, VESCOR, to try to keep it as simple as possible, came from Value Extraction Systems, corporation, with the goal intended that that corporation, sure, looking at the hydrocarbon process, but looking at other processes, would continually be going through what else can be done in the market, because once this begins, there's still more to do from that point.
Great. Good. Anything else? All right. Well, I want to take this last bit of time to thank the great staff that we have here at Enzyme Environmental Solutions. They do a fantastic job. From Beth in production, Bill and Owen in sales, Julie in production, some other part-time people that help in the back, my wife who helps me out a ton at home. So, and I just want to thank, and April, sorry, I didn't see you back there. I just wondered where you went. And April, who's my personal assistant, she does a lot of stuff around here. So we're very, very grateful for all her help. So, did I forget anybody else?
You.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you. I do love doing this. This is my passion. I love the enzyme side of this and all the environmental friendly things that we can do in developing sustainable products. It is a passion of mine, and I'm very excited about the next year. We have a lot of stuff in store, so can't wait to keep everybody updated on that and to put out more press releases as they become available to be able to show kind of what we're doing and keep everybody up to date. So again, thanks for coming. Thanks for traveling. I appreciate it, and appreciate your support and help.